Yeah, so we have they've been at our interview via Zoom at 2 o'clock. So we arrived here at 1 and I think it's now preparing for login. So just gonna put
A message. So we're just preparing for you.
Yeah, so getting nervous. It's been how many times that we've been interviewed via Zoom, you know, so in some TV program, but still it's the same feelings, nervous. So our interview will be at 2 o'clock, so it's 1:50 and they are now preparing for login. So I said to Terrence, you answered because I'm what do you call that? He's very good in answering the questions. So
Come on.
so I told him to answer on my part, on my behalf.
If only I could get a word in.
The question is, how did we met? So tell us the story of our life. Right?
That's right.
I don't know. Yeah, so we've been married for 9 years, almost 9 years.
Almost coming up for 9 years.
Almost 9 years. 8.5. We met on a kind
We're not
of
going to do a unit. We're not going to do a
Rehearsal.
interview, are we?
rehearsal.
Beth is the past master at paying a bill twice. So here she is, and she's very nervous about doing this interview. So she wants to do an interview.
Remember, I've been in the house. I've just been in the house and sleeping. So for a couple of days, and now
Yes.
I'm just a little bit. Don't
Probably
know.
what? Sleepy?
Yeah, no, not sleepy, but kind of nervous on what to say.
Honey, I never heard you stop for words.
Mm,
Not, well, certainly not when we're driving.
so come on. So watch out on our interviews. So. So we are in PP Coffee because we got a good internet, you know. So in Zoom interviewed. So and at the same time it's a big space. So even though it's gonna be full with customer, we still have some space, you know. So we choose here. So I don't know what to say.
For
I'm
someone who doesn't
nervous.
know what to say, you haven't stopped talking.
I'm nervous. Just gonna drink water before the start.
That will do it. I'm just waiting for that fly to arrive.
Yeah, so we got this laptop for I think
She
5
didn't
years.
rise to the occasion. It's a terrible double act with me. I say, just waiting for that fly to arrive.
Where's fly?
Now you go to the fly that everybody gets issued with when they come to the Philippines. Every foreigner gets issued with one fly, and that fly accompanies him wherever he goes. So anytime he sits in a restaurant, there's one fly.
Yeah. You didn't saw it the fly, right?
And, well, I did sort one fly out, didn't I?
Okay, I'll ask that guy to off the house.
If you wouldn't mind.
Wait.
You'll have to go up there as a courtesy. Be quick. So this interview that we're about to do is for a TV company in Manila, and they would like to talk to us about what we've been doing with our education support program. So that's what we're here. And of course, because there's 50 years, which for some people is an entire lifetime, 50 years between Beth and I, that will be of some interest, I'm sure. Usually people express that interest by saying, 50 years? Don't they, darling?
Correct. Oh,
But we don't mind, do we?
5 minutes to go.
5 minutes to go.
Yeah, so
Time
5
to get
minutes to go.
terrified.
So they're preparing now for the link. And we're just gonna click it, and then there's an ID, and then you could be able to talk.
And we'll be able to talk, and everything will come flooding through, and I won't be able to get a word in anyway.
No, I didn't answer that. What is your message? What is my message?
You want me to do it again?
Yeah, my message is paying it forward. When time comes that you're able to help. Correct?
Yes, darling.
Because that's what the world needs.
What the world needs now. There's a song that started like that.
You
Oh, I
off
better
your
turn my
turn
phone
off
off.
your phone.
Yes, what usually happens, if we get a big bill that we don't feel too good about, as we're walking away, Beth will be saying, well, that was a bit expensive, wasn't it? I don't think it should have been that much. And then, so we'll pay it, and then the next day we pay it again, because Beth will say, you know, that bill was far too much. And then on the third day, we pay it again, don't we?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Saying it again.
Talking about it again. We're already upset about it, but now 3 or 4 days later we're still renewing the upset. I say, oh, are we paying this again?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, I'm getting nervous. 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3.
Why is it you're getting nervous? If you stand up in the crowd, you get nervous. Why?
Why do you think? Why do you think you'll have, I know that you won't disappoint, you'll have an extraordinary explanation for why.
Kind of
Why is it?
adrenaline rush or adrenaline. It's
Yes.
a kind of getting, it's part of the system, the whole system that when it's suddenly triggered, you're getting nervous. Correct?
Yeah, but why do we get,
Because you're not confident, because you're not used to it in the crowd, or you're not familiar on what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do, or what's the right thing
It's
to
like a
do.
test, isn't it? and we're afraid we will fail?
Yeah. And
But
also,
when you think we can't fail, can we? We just look down the list of places that this will be seen, and it was a lot, wasn't it?
yeah, correct.
It was going to be seen in Chicago, in New York, a lot of other places, and so that made Beth even more nervous. I said, yes, but for us, it's just PP Coffee. We're in PP Coffee. We come in PP Coffee all the time, and we're not nervous when we come in PP Coffee. So I'm trying to get Beth to understand that all you have to do
Oh, you were
is think PP Coffee.
Okay, we log in now. Wait. We are all set. Log in. Here's the link. And then the password. Oh. The password. Join with the okay.
So who is this going to be?
Dong, na kay iPhone dong. Wala yung kauban ko dong.
Ah, him. working on it?
Dong nga, dong. Sir, wait, sir.
What
Do you
is?
have the haircut, the head?
No, darling, I never use them.
Just wait, sir. I'm trying to speak. Sir, just wait for a while. We're checking the audio. Give us a minute. Ah,
You mean we can't hear what you say?
yeah. The audio is
Really?
completely broken. Wait.
You didn't know this?
I just thought that it's working. Give us a minute. Trying to fix it. Oh, here. Thank
His
you.
last name is Dom John.
Don't thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, one each.
Yeah. Did you see? Did you hear it now?
I don't hear anything.
Hello. Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes,
we can hear
sir.
you now.
Hello, sir. Can you hear us? Okay.
Can you see us? We can't see you. We don't have a...
Hello, sir. Can you hear us now? Can you see us now?
No, it would show up on the screen somewhere.
Wait.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Hello.
Good to
Yes,
meet
sir.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear
very
you, sir.
good.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Hi, well, I'll go first. I'm Terence Martin, and this is my wife, Beth. We met actually on the day of the earthquake in Cebu. And what happened was that the earthquake had happened that day, and we had texted a few times, and then I was going to be leaving Cebu to go back to Mabalacat where I was staying, and we agreed that this would be the best time for us to meet. So Beth, who was on the other side of Cebu, came over on a taxi, and she came over to meet me. Of course, depending on who you talk to, one of your questions was that we should say who courted who. Of course, she courted me. but she tells a different story.
Yeah, so we've been married for almost 9 years.
Almost
So
9.
we married 2014. So we met during the typhoon, the 7.2 earthquake in Cebu. So yeah, so that's our story, sir. So we met the day where the 7.2 earthquake happened in the sites. Uh, 2014? Yeah.
Was it 13?
2013, sir.
13.
2013. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, after we'd met, we actually had plans to leave the Philippines and go and travel. And one of the places was that we intended to go to Panama, but we needed to have some funds to be able to do that. So the first step was to come to Bohol, which is where Beth was born. We would live on the family farm. We did that, and that was when I like to think that I found our mission to help, but I think it was more like it found us, and we saw that there was a great need. And we went one day with Beth's brother, who was a pastor, and he was helping a family, the father of which was paralyzed. And we went actually with the pastor, and we saw the really dire need of people. The housing was terrible, and we decided then that we would do something to help, but of course we didn't have the resources to do that then. But the intention to do it, that was when that was created. And then later we were able to become, after a lot of form filling and paperwork, we were able to register as a charity, which is where that's our situation now, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's only from one. We saw the need at time, So we do the video because it's a kind we're doing a blog already, a foreigner in the Philippines YouTube channel. So we're doing the video on the time. So and then our first intention is to do the cladding of the house, and that when the first house that we built, just do the cladding, and then later on, there are some viewers that send us the money, and that's where the house number 1 started, and now we are on house number 94. So we built 94 houses. So that's how we started our housing project.
So we built 94 houses, but including in that, we've also built one entire church,
Yeah.
and we've helped to finish 2 other churches. And we're actually looking at one church now that we're hoping to be able to help. And we felt that this was a good idea, not just from a religious point of view, because our efforts are non-denominational. We don't inquire even of the religious beliefs of people that we help. People have their own beliefs, and we don't attempt to interfere with that. So we're actually looking at helping another church now. What is that?
Yeah, it's another church in another barangay that asking help for church completion. So we're also doing some feeding program. So once we got the budget, once we got funding, we also go to some islands and some community where we're gonna have some food for them. We also have some school repair done. So there are some schools also that asking help for us to do the repair, especially when some schools are broken, wrecked when the typhoon Odette happened last year.
Yes, they've been waiting for funds
Yeah.
to complete repairs on these schools since December. But I guess the need, as far as the government go, is overwhelming, and things take time. They take time, whereas with us, what has happened in the past is that when we show a video and the need is able to be seen on video, people can very quickly help, and we can move in and give help where it's needed. We think of ourselves sometimes as first responders. It's not for us to institute great learning programs or affect the way that the Filipinos live, there is a culture here which is not, it doesn't need the help of foreigners to establish a culture that's already here. And all that we try to do is we try to look at how many children there are in a family, and if the need is great, for instance, sometimes when we've been to help with replacing a house, the children have to be woken up when the rain comes.
Yeah.
They have to, because the rain comes in the bedroom because there's no roof.
Yeah, in
So-
fact, there is one mother, after we build the house, there's one mother saying, thank you, because we will not wake up our child just to transfer once there's a rain. So that's kind of satisfaction, that's kind of fulfillment we feel once we are able to see the, what do you call that, the result, the outcome,
Yes.
that changing the lives of someone.
So instead of huge incorporated charities like the Red Cross, if you go to the Red Cross and try to send help, you have no idea where that help is going. You trust that the charity is doing its job honorably and that your money will produce an effect. But with us, we are boots on the ground. It's just Beth and I with the help of people, and when we show the power of the images that we show on our channel, it gets people emotionally involved, and then they can send a donation. But with us, they can stipulate where that donation goes.
Yeah.
So if we've shown house 70 and they like the look of the family, that they want to help that particular family, they can say this donation is to be used for the house of that family. And we do that, and we show it being done, and we show the completion and the handover of the house, and people have a sense of achievement and having contributed to the change of lives for
Yeah.
the family.
Correct. I think that's after 3 years. After 3 years, we get married.
Yeah.
So it's only it's
No,
kind of
3 years after we got
after we
married.
got married. Yeah. So 3 years
Yeah.
after we got married.
It kind of